am Rutuj Junwal and I am your Gyani buddy for today. In this video, we will learn about Linux I/O, that is input-output, through this important operating system problem. The link to this assignment is provided in the description below, and also make sure to stick around till the end to learn Linux I/O system calls in great detail. So let's get started and see the problem statement. So this is the problem statement. Demonstrate the use of Linux I/O system calls. So we need to demonstrate and use this system calls through a C program. All these calls are create, that is CRET, open, close, read, write, unlink, and lseek. So all of these are Linux input-output system calls, and they are generally used for file I/O. So we will use a simple file to demonstrate them. So let's go ahead and check the program. So we will understand this code in great detail. First of all, we need to include all the libraries that have these IO functions. Next, in the main function, we have first of all declared all the variables that will be required for this purpose. Here we have three integers, and we have used the calloc function to create a character type buffer which is of size 100 bytes. As a character is of size 1 byte, so 100 multiplied by size of each character will be 100 bytes. Next, we are using this integer c as simply a counter for the while loop and also for the switch statement to enter the choices. And also, as you have seen, we have used here switch statement. That means we have used here a menu driven program in order to use this IOs in a very effective manner. So let's get inside the switch statement and check each case in great detail. So first we have the create function, that is CRET. Okay, so for the case one, the CRET function is used to create a file. So it takes two arguments. The first argument it takes is the path to a file. Here we have simply specified the file name and the .txt extension, that is, it is a text file. So it will create it in the local directory itself where this program is present. And the second argument is the permission. So here it is 777. That means that it has read, write, and execute permissions throughout the entire program. That is throughout the user group and all the other groups. So now what this CRET function does is it creates a pointer to that file, and so that will be stored in FD. So we can print it out, and at last we will close the FD so that no resources are leaked, and we will break through this case. Now for the second case, that is open function, this function helps us in opening a file that has already been created. So the open function takes three arguments. The first one is the file path, the second one is the parameters that we will specify, and the third one is the mode in which we want to open the file. Here again it is 777. That means read, write, and execute access throughout the program. Now let's get into the second statement. The second statement is ORD only and OCreate. So what ORD only means is open for read only purposes, and OCreate is if the file does not exist, it will create it. So we will open it in read mode, and we will print the file pointer, and we will verify if this file pointer is similar that we have obtained from the case one. Then it will be a correct opening of the file, because we are then grabbing the same file. Then the next one is close. So for the third case, we will just close the file simply, and it will prevent all the resource leaks. So it is recommended that we always close the files or the file pointers or anything that can be leaked, so that no resource leaks are there. So in the fourth case, we will write to a file. So for writing to a file, first we need to open it. So we will call the open function, and the OWR only mode states that we will open it for writing only, or if it is not present, we will create it. Okay, so we have opened the file. Now what to do? Now we will call the write function. In it, we will first provide the FD, that is this pointer which we have got from the open file. Next, we will provide it the string that we have to write, and third, we have to provide the size of the string. So size of that string can be calculated from strlen, or you can manually enter it also. So next we will get this sz object and we can print it, and of course we will close the file. Okay, so the next one is read. So for the case 5, to read the file again we have to open it, because we are closing the file in each instance, so we have to open it for the case. So we will open it with the read only command, and if no permissions are provided, it will consider the default permissions. Okay, so once the file is open, we will call the read method. The read method takes three arguments. That is the file pointer, which we have got from the open command. Next, it will take the buffer. Now, if you remember, on line number 12, we have created this character buffer of 100 size. So we will pass that buffer directly into the read statement right here. And this is the number of characters to read. So that is 10. So next we will print all of this stuff, and at last to end the string we have to use /0, because that will not be captured by the read method. So to end the string we will at last append into the C1, that is our buffer, where all this reading data will be stored. So \n \0 will be appended there, and sz is the size. So at the very end \0 will be appended, and at last it is a string, so we will just %s and just print the string. Now for the sixth case, that is to unlink. Now to unlink means to remove that file pointer from there. Okay, from that file. So we will first close the file, and then we will unlink, and unlink only takes one argument, that is the file itself or the file path. So here we have provided the file that will be already stored in our local directory, because we have created it that way. So in this way it will unlink the file, and it will then make the sz to -1. Then we have the case 7, and for the case 7 we have lseek. Lseek just moves the pointer inside the file. So suppose let's say this print statement is my file, this whole print statement. So initially my cursor will always be here, that is at the 0th position. Using lseek I can make my cursor go here and here, so that I can add data or do changes at any point in the file. So let's check that case. Here first, to do anything we have to open the file. So for lseek we have to simply move the pointer, so we will just open it in read mode. Then we will call lseek, and we will pass the file pointer, and seek end means we will make it go to the very end of the file. That means it is at the very end or the ending or the last point of the file. Then we have declared some variables here, and we will print the sz, that is the current location. And then we will reverse loop through the file, like I is equal to sz, I greater than 0 and I minus minus. We will decrement that pointer, and we will call lseek and read concurrently, and we will print each character. So what this will do is it will reverse your string or whatever data you have entered there, and at last we will break through the loop. And the eighth case is to exit, that is to close the statement. So that's all about the code. Now let's try and run it. Okay, so our statement has run. So let's first create a file. I will enter the code 1. So as you can see, it is giving me fd3. Now let's try to open that same file. Now remember, we have passed the same file data here. That is the same file name and the same file type. So it will obviously should grab the same file, because the path and everything is same. So let's see if it does. Yes, indeed it has returned fd3 only. So it does grab the same file. So open function is working. Now let's quickly write to the file. So it is giving me sz10. Sz was initially 0. Sz is basically the pointer where the current location is there in the file. It will be 0 if nothing is written. We have written 10 characters, so it will be at 10. Like you can see, this is hi, this is 2 characters, this is third one, this is fourth, and hello, and then /n and so on. So those are the 10 characters that we have written. Now let's read from the file. Okay, so SZ is 10, correct. FD is 3, that is a file. Yes, it was 3. And it has printed the data that was present there. That is high hello. And a space. Backslash n, sorry. Okay, now let's lseek on the file. That will be basically reversing the content. So it is number 7. Okay, as you can see, it has reversed the content, and the SZ points to a different location now. So it has correctly done that. Now let's unlink the file. Okay, now as we unlink the file, the SZ will be -1, as there is no file existing there because we have unlinked the FD pointer from there. Now let's try to open because we have unlinked. Let's check if it opens. No, it will not open. It will grab some other file because we have unlinked from the previous file, and so this will create some garbage values here because we have actually unlinked. Okay, so now we can exit, and in this way our code works. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe and like. Thank you.